Welcome to Living Piano TV. I'm Robert Estrin, and today's question is, how long does a piano last? Not a simple question as you might think. And I'm going to address that so you can make an educated decision for yourself about pianos that you might see out there. Well, of course, the quality of the instrument, you wouldn't expect a cheap Chinese production piano to last as long as a Steinway or other handmade piano, but it goes further than that. There are different designs of fine pianos where some might last longer than others. For example, the Austrian-made Bösendorfer, one of the world's great pianos, has a spruce rim, not just a soundboard, but the actual body of the piano. And they do this to get a projecting tone, which is unique to Bösendorfer. But this thin spruce rim also doesn't hold the soundboard with the same force that a massive piano like a Mason and Hamlin, which weighs about 50% more than other pianos because of its very massive hardwood rim and a metal bracing underneath. These pianos can hold the crown of the soundboard for good tone for generations oftentimes. But this is only a very small part of the story. There are really two factors that affect the aging of a piano. One, its environment, and number two, simply how much it's played. You hear about these college sales, and of course that's a subject for another video for you because the college sales aren't exactly what they seem to be. But if they were, the last thing in the world you would want to buy is a piano that's been played 16 hours a day, because a piano that's 5 years old might have the type of wear that you wouldn't find in most 25 or 30-year-old pianos. Or a restaurant piano, another nightmare situation, a piano that's played all the time. What happens is the hammers get very hard, and then the strings start breaking, and action parts wear out. And then of course there can be the spilled drink and other things. That's a whole other story. So a piano that is played moderately and serviced on a regular basis is ideal. But just as important, and perhaps even more important, is its environment. Here I sit in front of a beautiful concert grand Baldwin manufactured in 1972, and I'm in Southern California, about 10 miles from the beach. And so it's not really very dry desert, and it's not very humid. It's an ideal piano environment. And you'll know if your environment is an ideal piano environment. If you would feel comfortable sitting there all day, your piano's probably going to be all right. If it's a place where the sun is beating in, or you get uncomfortable in one way or another because of humidity or dryness, your lips get dried out and cracking, well, the wood joints and such in your piano will do the same thing. So environment is very important for your piano. There are things you can do to mitigate that. Simply closing your piano when you're not using it, particularly at night when the moist night air comes in. This will prolong the life of your piano substantially. If you do have a challenging environment in regards to excessive dryness or humidity, there's a technology called the damp chaser system. And these are heating rods beneath the piano that come on when the humidity level reaches a certain point to keep it stable and dry. And if you're in a very dry environment, there's a humidification system that is also mounted beneath the piano that can add humidity to avoid excessive dryness. A lot of it is common sense. Service your piano regularly. Putting off tuning is like putting off changing the oil in your car. It takes time to develop stability of your piano. If you tune it at least twice a year, and more often if you play a good deal, your piano will eventually get to the point where it almost doesn't need to be tuned. There's a saying among piano tuners that you can't tune an out-of-tune piano. And there's some truth to that, because once a piano gets so far out, tuning it on one end will actually stress the soundboard so that the other section that you already tuned will start to go out, which is why if your piano goes far out of tune, a tuner will have to tune it twice in a row at least, just to get it to hold at all. And that next tuning won't hold very long. So tune your pianos as often as you can and enjoy them. And you have to balance how you care for your piano. Some people will put string covers on them and cover the piano. But you might like the look of the piano and want it open so you can just go to it and play it whenever you like with a glorious sound. And you should, if that's what you enjoy doing. And try to come up with a compromise where you can live with your piano and enjoy it for many years to come. I welcome all your questions. You are welcome to call me or email me. My email is robert@livingpiano.com, and I'm very happy to answer all of your questions about pianos, piano music, performance. It's a pleasure having you here, and look for more Living Piano TV videos in the near future. Thank you.